All right. Good evening and welcome to the 2016 NCAA Division II South Region Volleyball Tournament postgame press conference. Following semifinal number 2, we are joined by Palm Beach Atlantic University, who defeated University of West Florida 3-1, advancing to the final championship match against Florida Southern College tomorrow, Saturday, December 3rd at 7:30 p.m. here on the campus of Palm Beach Atlantic in Rubin Arena. We're joined by Sailfish head coach Bob White and student athletes Allie Roan and Sarah Ragland. Opening thoughts about the game, Coach.
Well, I'm gonna repeat a story I've told for I think 4 years in a row now, and I use West Florida always in the story. Is that when I came back to coaching 6 years ago, I studied 3 programs: Tampa, West Florida, and Florida Southern, which ironically are the 3 that were in the Final Four with us. West Florida had, I think she said it well yesterday in her press conference, it's a staple. They come here every year. They expect to get here. And so they are a great program. And so it's a huge honor for us to play them and come out on top. They are well coached. They are, to use her word too, they're relentless. We knew that in game 4 they were going to come back and it was going to be a tough match. And so I'm so proud of my players and for the way they responded after game 1, and I'm just grateful for this opportunity to keep moving.
Allie, this first question's for you. Dropped the first set, came back, win the second set, and then that third set, you guys got off to such a hot start. You were back at the service line, had 4 aces during that run. What was it like to be back there and get things started for the offense?
It was great. I knew that if we kept them out of system, starting with the serve, that we'd have a much better chance of stopping them. So as soon as that first pass happens and it's not right to the setter, we have a much better chance of just winning that point. So I just wanted to keep going for my team.
And Sarah, you had 15 kills tonight, hit over 600 in the match. It seemed like every time they're able to set you the ball, you're able to find the floor. What were you seeing out there that made that difference tonight?
I mean, I don't know if you guys saw the passing in the setting, but it was incredible. I mean, it's a team effort, and that doesn't come just from me. I mean, Molly was setting me perfect balls. The passes were incredible, and that's where you get points. You get it from the first play, not my kill.
And then for both Allie and Sarah, we talked about it so much here that you guys went up to Chicago to start off the season. You lost your first 3 matches. You haven't lost since. You've won 30 in a row. What's it been like this season to go get on that hot streak and be able to win all those matches?
It's definitely, I think Chicago was a defining moment for us. Every season has that defining moment, and for us it came early, and I'm grateful for that because you want to get that early and start playing well in the end, and that's what we're doing.
Yeah, losing the first 3 was really tough, especially coming off how we finished last season. But we just took it and came back, and we were mad about it, and we let it fuel us, and we just pushed each other, and we weren't going to let the rest of the season go like that, so we made some changes, and we did what we needed to do to just keep winning this season. But the thing is, we're never content with each win. We're always trying to improve on something.
And Coach White, we talked about a young team, only 2 seniors on the team, maybe a little bit ahead of where you thought this team would be this year. But talk about the way this team has come together. You've moved a lot of people around from last year, the ones that are back. You've added in a lot of new pieces as well. Talk about how this team has come together.
Yeah, the only pieces from last year that are the same are our 2 middles, which I've done an incredible job for us this year, no doubt. I think every it's cliche statement, but everything rises and falls on leadership. And I have 4 captains, the twins, our 2 seniors, and Susie and Sarah that have I rely a lot on my captains to do a lot of the work for me and make sure that everyone's ready, and so they along with Allie and some of our veterans have taken or think of Allie as a veteran as a sophomore, but they have taken those freshmen, calmed them down, and the people in different positions have we worked really hard to make sure that we understand what we're going to do every day, and everybody understands their role. And I love what Sarah said is, everybody has a piece to this, to our success. And so it doesn't make right now, it doesn't make a difference if you're a freshman or a senior. Everyone's held the same accountability, and our captains make sure that happens.
A lot of people in sports talk about home field or home court advantage. You guys dropped the first set. The student section was kind of quiet. About halfway through the second set, they woke up, and it seemed like so did you guys, and all of a sudden you came out on fire. What does it mean just to play in front of the home crowd here in the Reuben?
I think for our team, our crowd and our home gym is everything. It's such a big piece of every win that we have this season. And just, to hear after we win every point, to hear all of our parents and students just cheering for us, just the pride for our school is so evident, and it's a big piece of our success.
Coach, you got 22 hours to go against a team that you yourself looked at before and who played last year in this game, and you beat twice this year. Maybe they're coming out and doing something a little bit different. How do you get your team ready in 22 hours for a game with this magnitude?
Well, I have a great coaching staff. We were up till really late last night and up early this morning, and we'll use as many of those 22 hours as we can. Our players are really good. They're smart girls. They all have high GPAs. They're way smarter than I ever was in college. And so we give them assignments and tell them what they got to do, and they go out there and get it done. And that's what happened tonight. We made some adjustments to our assignments, and they picked it up and they ran with it. And so we both have. They may have a little bit more time because they finished a little bit earlier, but it's pretty much the same amount of time. But we'll because of their perseverance through this, they'll be ready, I'm sure.
Thank you, Palm Beach Atlantic.
Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the 2016 NCAA Division II South Region Volleyball Tournament postgame press conference following semifinal number 2. We are joined by the University of West Florida, who was defeated earlier this evening by Palm Beach Atlantic University 3-1, capping their season at a remarkable 26-10. We are joined by Argonauts head coach Melissa Walter and student athletes Tori Martella and Carisha Smith. Opening thoughts about the game, Coach.
I think that game was probably more than a lot of people expected it to be. Certainly, I think our team was very well prepared. I thought we came in and put together exactly what we wanted to in the beginning of the match. Struggled in our ball control and passing in the second and third sets. But I felt like we put ourselves back in position to force the fifth, and I think if you go 5 with these guys, anything can happen. So, looking at the stats, it just was kind of an up and down match. But I feel like, who we represented when we were out there in the first set, specifically in the fourth set, is who these guys are as people. They're fighters, they're competitors, and I think they play with a lot of confidence. So, at the end of the day, it's just that's a tough one. You hate to go away not forcing the fifth and seeing what happens. But at the end of the day, Palm Beach they weathered the storm of what we did in the first set better than we weathered what they did in the second and third. So I give them a lot of credit. They have a lot of very physical players on the team, and I thought they responded very well to what we did in the first set. And I think it's it's just one of those nights where you wished it would have gone another way. But Palm Beach is a great team and obviously very well coached, and I give them a lot of credit for this win.
Tori and Carisha, talk about leading up to this game, you're facing the number 1 seed, team that's won 29 matches in a row. You come out and win the first set. Just talk about that confidence you guys had at the beginning of the match.
I'll take it. Coming out in the beginning of the match, I mean, all of us felt great coming into tonight. We were incredibly pumped. We wanted this matchup for, a while now, and we just knew that we had nothing to lose. So we just want to come out fighting, playing from our heart, and showing them, this is what West Florida volleyball is.
Do I talk to you?
Sure.
Okay. I was just feeling super good in the first set. We all just came out with like a ton of fire, had a good warm up, and everything was just flowing. So, it just felt really good in that first set. So.
And then they kind of they flexed their muscle a little bit in the second and third. You guys come out in the fourth and battle down to the wire with them. What adjustments did you guys make in order to kind of put up, go into 27-25 final?
I think our passing kind of got back on track in that fourth set, and I think that allowed Mo to be able to set our hitters and give them more options instead of getting them stuck or in bad situations. So I think that kind of picked up, and then they were just able to put more balls away. And a ton of fight, so
Yeah.
it was great to play with them.
Thank you, guys.
Guys, talk about what it means for you to wrap up your careers with as an Argonaut at the University of West Florida. What does that mean to you personally?
Their thing is building champions for life, and that's exactly what this program and Coach Melissa Walter is all about. She really focuses on each girl, and it's just been a heck of a season. I wouldn't have wanted to play with all these girls like nobody else. It's been a great 4 years. I'm so glad it's been the best choice of my whole entire life, just from all the people and all the friends that I've made. Sisters for life, and it's just been the best program ever. They always say this is like one of the hardest programs. And if you get through it, man, you're something else, and you've just been a great woman.
I completely agree with her. Like, we're all sisters now on this team, and I've had friends for life, and I am completely grateful for this opportunity and being able to play in this program. And I've made the best choice I could have, and it's paid off. And Coach is just an awesome lady, and she backs us in everything we do, and she always has our back, and I couldn't have asked for any more.
Further questions?
I just want to take a second to thank our seniors. I mean, these guys are 2 of 6, and we battled through a lot in their career. And I think this is a special year, just simply because of some of the hits that we took during the year and the way that, they made some promises to me. And that's rare as players to make promises to a coach. And I think, they came through, and that to me is just, that will forever hold my heart. And I think a lot of people know, and I don't want this to be about me, but it truly is about them. I ran a marathon, and it was a couple of weeks ago, and it was on the anniversary of my 10-year being cancer-free. And my team, they were there with me, and they met me at every 3rd or 4th mile, and I just couldn't believe it. 2 of them ran the last 5 miles with me. I mean, the things that these guys, the things that we are learning, the things that they've taught me, it's not about what I've taught them, it's about what they're teaching me. It's about what they've taught each other, the fight that they have in them, the love that they have for each other, the love that they have for me, their willingness to sacrifice for me, to sacrifice for each other. I could not be any more proud of who they are as people, who they are as competitors. I think that we're going to be friends for life. They're Argos for life. I promise I won't make you run another marathon. But I just can't say enough about all 6 of them. This entire team was built around those 6, what they wanted, and they never took their eye off the prize, even till the last point today. And I think it just says an amazing amount about who you guys are as people. I love you. I hate today because it means the close of a chapter, but it means we get to be friends on Facebook. That's my joke with all my seniors.
All right. Thank you very much, West Florida.
Thank you.